Good morning and welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday, the 6th of June. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. We hope you're having a fine morning today. Thanks for stopping by. Here's what you can expect in today's show. Right off, we're going to talk about where you should get your spray tan, Suntan City, and why. Well, they're partnering up with USO Fort Campbell, Nashville, where your proceeds will go when you stop by to get your spray tan and how you're helping out the USO. Then after that, how would you like to check out the largest iron skillet? Yeah, let me tell you, that's a thing. Tom Adkinson, our Tennessee traveler, takes us to the Lodge Cast Iron Museum near Chattanooga. It seems like a really fun place and a spot you may want to put on your travels this summer. We'll have that for you in a few minutes. And then lastly, Devon O'Day sits down with Curtis Sutton to talk about Rackley Roofing 200. What is that? Well, if you're a big race fan, you might want to win tickets to the Rackley Roofing 200 at the Nashville Speedway. But first, let's take a look at what's leading off in our headlines. Specifics on Governor Bill Lee's special session of the legislature on public safety have not been released. By going to mainstreetmediatn.com, however, you can read through what items will potentially be talked about. Now, one bill the Democratic leadership is intending to propose is a red flag law bill that sponsors refer to as Families Know First Act. You can read additional bills and details by going to our website. This man, Delama Casimir, who police say critically wounded Metro Nashville police officer, Detective Donovan Coble, died from his injuries Thursday evening. Casimir was pursued after someone from the parking spot on Donaldson Pike called in a report concerning an armed man breaking into cars. 4-year MNPD veteran Detective Coble is expected to make a full recovery. Read the full report by going to mainstreetmediatn.com. Well, the city of Gallatin recently installed a series of art displays from the past through the Town Creek Greenway. Check it out. These images that you can see all for yourself were funded in part by an Arts Build Committees grant, which is awarded annually through the Tennessee Arts Commission. The city will produce 4 collections of art. The first collection features historic photos that you see provided by the Sumner County Archives, taken by local studio photographer Ernest Stark. What you see was taken between 1905 and 1935. Learn more on when the collections will be changed out by going to gallatinnews.com. Well, get this. I think we're all, I want to say ready maybe for the heat. Maybe not all of us. I know I am ready maybe to sweat it out outside a little bit, maybe getting into a pool or heading out for some kayaking and canoeing. I don't know about you, but yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Well, let's go ahead and check in with our friends over at Tennessee Valley Weather to see how much it's going to warm up in the coming days.
Fred Gossett here in the Tennessee Valley Weather Center with your latest forecast update. Looking mostly sunny as we begin our Tuesday across the Tennessee Valley and the Middle Tennessee. Showers and thunderstorms mainly to the south this afternoon, but I can't completely rule out a stray shower across the area. Partly cloudy otherwise. Daytime highs this afternoon in the upper 80s, maybe a few spots getting to 90 or 91. Mostly clear as we head to the evening, falling back into the lower 60s across the area. But a front's coming down from the north for midweek, so I do think shower and thunderstorm chances increase a bit as we hit Wednesday and a Thursday. Daytime highs also coming down with that front out of the upper 80s to near 90 into the low to mid 80s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Mostly sunny behind that front for the first half of the weekend, but another disturbance comes in with a frontal boundary on Sunday, especially Sunday night it looks like, and scattered showers and thunderstorms look to be a good bit there headed in early next week. There's the latest look at your forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Center.
Welcome back. There is another fun fundraising event coming up from the United Service Organization. We have Executive Director of USO Fort Campbell, Nashville, and Jarvis with us once again. So thank you. Hello. Thank you for continuing to share what you guys are doing and how we can help the work that you do for all the military men and women and their families. So thank you for that.
Oh, my pleasure.
So, okay, you see behind us 2 spray tans for $10 at Suntan City. Yes. That is who you guys are partnering up with. What is this all about?
Well, summertime's around the corner, and sure. I know we all like to go out to the lakes around here. I've been frequently to Penny Rowell. It's super fun. But yeah, so summer's coming, and everyone wants to get their tan on, and what a great way than getting a nice spray tan. So Suntan City, there's about 5 of them in our local area. So Clarksville, Hopkinsville, and Dixon, they're all going to be participating in the 2 for $10 spray tan, and percentage of the proceeds will be going to the USO.
And if you haven't done a spray tan before, this may be the best time to do it because you know where those dollars are going and what they're going to help. For those who may have missed it before or just may not know too much about the USO, I mean, I think a majority of people, we know what you do and how you work with military men and women. But how does their spray tan, those dollars, how exactly does it help you out?
Yeah, so all the donations go to help service our service members, right? Like with buying snacks or helping our programs, or and also our families too. We support our families in lots of different ways with military coffee connections for military spouses.
Oh,
that's a really cool program. That's like a global one. So all across the world, USOs are doing coffee connections, and so it's a real transient population. And as they move to a different location that has a USO, chances are they have a coffee connection for the spouses to go and meet others and create their community, because you have to start over every time. So,
beautiful.
So dollars like this all go towards programs that help families, service members and their families, as they transition to different bases, or they're hanging out here for a couple of years, or they're in 5th group for 160th and they're here for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. So we're here to serve them the whole time and support them. So
now, for those of us who are very familiar with the work that you do, what is something we may not know?
Oh, that's a good question. Actually, fun fact. This is just a trivia one for you.
Okay.
So the 6 stars on the logo represent the 6 organizations that first started the USO.
What are those organizations?
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make me count.
Oh,
I know most of them, but in 1941, FDR got together the 6 organizations. It was the Jewish Welfare, the Catholic Aid Society, the YMCA, the YWCA, and Travelers Aid Society, and I'm blanking on the last one.
Shame on me for putting her on the spot for that. Shame on me.
But that's what they represent. And so he banded them together, and Salvation Army, that was the other one.
Okay.
And they got together and they wanted to help service members in World War II. And so they would go over, started with coffee donuts, ended up with entertainment like Bob Hope. That's what a lot of people know the USO for too. And so we're still continuing on that same mission of just lifting the spirits of our service members, family, home, and country, through, however we can.
And just so you guys know, the USO, they don't work with a big staff. Like you guys, you do not have a big staff. There's only a few of you. What is it like for you all? To work both with volunteers, other volunteers, to work with those who make those donations, and to work with military families.
Yeah, it's incredibly rewarding. So we have a small staff here of 4. So I'm one of the 4. We have a staff member at our Nashville Airport Center and 2 here that are at our Fort Campbell. And it's great. It's so rewarding. It's so fun. And you get to see a lot of happy faces, and you get to do all the fun things. I actually spent 2 years in Afghanistan working for the USO, and that was just incredibly rewarding, because you are the bright, shiny spot in a sea of brown desert. So it was great. I loved it. But for volunteers, it's great too, because you get to be involved, and you get to also give back your time and talent to the USO and to our service members. So we're always in the need of volunteers. If you want to sign up to be a volunteer, volunteers.uso.org. We'd love to have you.
Yes.
But it's great. I really have fun every day, and it's just a fun job.
And thank you for sharing that with all of us. And I can't wait to continue to connect with you to show people, what you guys are doing, how their donation dollars are helping, our military here locally and abroad. So I look forward to doing that. And again, just know, if you can't donate monetarily, the other precious donation you can give is your time.
Yes. But don't forget to get a spray tan.
Yes, spray tan once again.
June 8th to 11th.
Go ahead and get out and do that. And thank you once again. Thank you guys for sticking with us, but we're not done yet. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
can't see the sights without the sounds. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd and everything in between, discover what Hit City has to offer. Spend your nights cheering on the Nashville Sounds at First Horizon Park with giveaways, fireworks shows, theme weekends, and more. Single game tickets are on sale now. Visit NashvilleSounds.com to claim your seat today.
They said I wouldn't make it without a college degree.
They said only a man could be a roofing executive.
They said a former addict always relapses.
They said my amputation would keep me out of roofing.
They said never give an ex-convict a second chance.
They said I could never be a leader.
They said I couldn't support my family as a single mom.
At Rackley, we say they're wrong.
Want to change the world? Change it, one roof at a time.
Vote for Area 51 Tech Solutions for Best Computer and Electronic Repair in Main Street Awards Best of Dixon. Thank you for your vote.
Main Street Awards Best of Dixon. Vote for us in Best Burger, Best Dessert, Best Overall Restaurant, Best To Go, Best Dining Deal.
Welcome back. It is time now for our Tennessee Traveler segment with one of our favorite people, Tom Adkinson. And today he is taking us to Lodge Museum of Cast Iron, which blows my mind that there's a museum for cast iron skillets. But Tom, tell us all about it and what's in store when we stop in.
Lodge Cast Iron cookware is known around the world and maybe not that well known to some of your viewers. It's just down the road from us in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, almost all the way to Chattanooga.
Okay.
And they make some of the best cast iron cookware anywhere. It is distributed in 50 countries, sold in 70 countries, and it comes out of a little town of 3,100 people in Tennessee.
That blows my mind. Real quick, though, on the outside, this is the outside of the museum. They have like cast iron statues, yes.
Yeah. Built out of things that they've made, grills and pieces of other stuff, cookware, and they're really right good statues.
I love it. There's a little dog there and everything. So yep. What all is inside the museum? Do they go through the history of the Lodge cast iron?
Well, it's three parts in that building.
Okay.
There is certainly retail sales. Then there's the museum. And then there is a big bad breakfast. And for people who know Southern cooking and know John Currents from Oxford, Mississippi, he's a great Southern chef. He has a group of restaurants called Big Bad Breakfast. And there's one of them that's part of that complex. The museum tells you how cast iron cookware is made and tells you the history of the Lodge company. And to me, it was an intriguing story. A guy named Joseph Lodge was born in Pennsylvania right before the Civil War. After the war, he wandered all over the place, all over the Midwest. He circumnavigated South America. He lived in Cuba for a while. He was an engineer and a mechanic. And in 1876, ended up in South Pittsburgh, Tennessee, a place that had a fledgling steel production company owned by a bunch of British people, which was common in the Southern Appalachians in the post-war period. And after he was there for a few years, his brother joined him and they started their own company. And here it is 5 generations later, and Lodge cast iron is a worldwide product.
Wow. It always makes me think, like, if I knew then what I know now, or if they, understood where their cast irons would go. I mean, could you imagine?
The story that the museum tells of how each successive generation figured things out, improved the process. One of the biggest things they did was figure that they could season a cast iron skillet or a cornbread muffin tin or a or a Dutch oven at the factory. And therefore, when you, Stephanie, buy a new skillet, you don't have to season it at home. And if you don't know about seasoning cast iron, it's an ordeal. So if somebody's going to do it for you, you're happy.
Oh, 100%. Well, I think again, it takes generations because, again, my cast iron, I believe it belonged to my great grandmother. It's been in my family for a long time.
And you'd better pass it along because cast iron lasts forever. So,
yes.
But the museum is cool. The explanation of how things are made, the history of the Lodge family is great. And it's a good stop off of I-24. It's only about 2 miles south of the interstate at exit 152. The museum is not very old, less than a year. They've had a store there for a long time, but the museum itself is top-notch quality.
Well, I can't wait to stop in. And I think this is a great photo op right here. But there's also an extremely large cast iron skillet on the inside because I saw your picture with the skillet.
They have the world's biggest cast iron skillet.
Of course they do.
It weighs 7 tons. It's 12 feet in diameter. And somebody at Lodge Cast Iron figured out that, if you could get it under get a heat element underneath it somehow, you could fry 650 eggs all at once.
How busy is the museum?
I was there on a weekday, not crowded at all. Plenty enough to walk around, chat with people a little bit. And I suspect that some holidays might be busy, but it's not a huge attraction in numbers. So they have enough parking to take care of you. I can promise you that, though.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. There's been a couple museums that you've touched on in the Chattanooga area, this being one of them. The other one was it the garbage truck?
No, the International Towing Museum.
The Towing Museum. Yes. Sorry. Shame on me. That's why you're here to correct me. How close are these museums, and could that be a day trip?
They're 30 miles apart. You could certainly make that. Downtown Nashville to downtown Chattanooga is 2.25 hours. And you could throw in a good meal one place or another. Those two would be a nice museum combo day.
I think so. I think it would be. Is there anything else that stands out from this museum? And also, how did you find this one? I'm always curious to how you come across these locations.
I saw, I'm pretty sure that the thing that clued me to the museum was an early billboard.
Okay.
Indeed. And then when I saw that they had a restaurant attached to it, I said, I'm stopping.
Sold. How was the restaurant?
Oh, fine. I got a breakfast with a coastal South Carolina emphasis on it. It was scrambled eggs and andouille sausage and shrimp and cheese, and it came served in a little cast iron receptacle. That's not the word, but indeed it was cooked in cast iron and brought to the table that way.
Oh, I love it. Well, again, this wonderful museum that you can check out that's just right near Chattanooga. Tom, thank you so much for sharing this with us again. Lodge Museum of Cast Iron. We appreciate it, sir.
You're very welcome. Y'all keep traveling.
We will do it. Thank you, Tom. And thank you guys for sticking with us. But don't go anywhere. We have more coming up right after this.
Vroom, vroom. Time for the Rackley Roofing 200, and it is going to be June 23rd out at the Nashville Super Speedway. And we partnered up, all of us here at Main Street Media TV, and we have joined with Rackley Roofing to send you. Yep, what you got to do to win? All you got to do is go to your favorite Main Street Media website, look for the Enter to Win banner, click there, and you're in. Like Flynn. Isn't that cool? Main Street Media TV and Rackley Roofing sending you to the races.
Tired of hanging lights every year? We get it. That's why Southern Nights is here to help. We install programmable lighting on your home or business so you can enjoy beautiful, customizable lighting all year round. No more ladders, tangled lights, or cold nights outside. We do the work, you do the celebrating. Call Southern Nights today and take the hassle out of holiday lighting forever. For a free quote, give us a call at 931-241-3074 or visit our Facebook page at Southern Nights.
Welcome back to Today's Better Health. I'm Colleen Barton, and I'm here with Dr. Gil Kentoff and Dr. Wendy Toohey, and we're talking about the latest treatments in back and neck pain.
Many people, Colleen, come to see us with neck and back pain, and they develop tingling and numbness down the arm or lower back pain that develops into sciatica shooting down their leg. And for these patients, we have an advanced treatment technology, non-surgical decompression therapy that we really introduced to this area. It separates the vertebrae and creates a suction to allow fluids and nutrients back in to heal the disc naturally, relieving pressure on the nerve and on the joint. It's an amazing treatment.
We've been helping patients like this for the last 30 years, helping them get back to work, get back to their family, get back to the life they want to live.
I mean, it really is amazing. Technology helping us to live pain-free and better lives.
Right.
And I bet you have a special offer.
The first 25 callers will receive an examination, x-rays, review of our findings, and their first treatment, all for $39.
Call 615-551-3897 today to receive this special offer.
Vote for us Best Burgers and Breakfast in the Main Street Awards Best of Dixon. We look forward to serving you. Thank you for your vote.
Please vote Pamela with First Lending Solutions, online best mortgage lender in Main Street Awards Best of Dixon County. Thank you for your vote.
Welcome back. Where are my race fans out there? This is for you today. Devon O'Day sits down with Curtis Sutton from Rackley Roofing. They're talking about the upcoming Rackley Roofing 200 and how you can win tickets.
Hi, everybody. I'm Devon O'Day, and we're going to be talking racing and roofing, the Rackley 200, the Rackley Roofing 200. Yeah. Curtis Sutton is with us. Oh, my gosh. Are you excited about June 23rd?
Yeah, I'm extremely excited. We wait for this every year. This will be our third year. And, of course, we have a truck in it, and the goal is to win our own race. So that's the goal.
I got to ask you, okay, roofing connecting to racing. How did you become a sponsor? What drew you to this?
So the reason I became a sponsor is there was a driver that we're the official roofer of the Titans, and we have a zip line. And there's a guy there that runs the zip line, Dean, which is now our tire guy in the truck series. Yeah. And he had introduced me to a driver that came and said, "Hey, would you like to sponsor a race?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not interested." And like 2 weeks before the race, he came back and said, "Are you sure? I'm going to be going anyways. It would be nice to have your name on the truck." And I said, "All right, we'll do it this one time." And with like 7 laps to go, he was running third and ended up crashing. And he drove. After the crash, he was driving his car through the infield at Daytona, and the hood popped up. So we made a video after that said, "Don't be blindsided by roof leaks." So that's kind of what got us in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love how those tie-ins, and who knew racing and roofing would go together so well. It all starts with a passion. I always say that whatever you do, look for the passion, and you have a passion project, it always works out right.
Yeah. I mean, I think for us, when Clay, his name was Clay Greenfield, the driver, when he finished 7th, I think one thing for Rackley Roofing and my personality in general, if I'm going to do it, I'm going all in. There's not a lot of stuff that I do, but when I do it, it's all in. So when he didn't finish 7th, but when he was running 7th, it kind of got me hooked. And the next thing you know is two years later, we ended up starting a truck team because we want to contend for a championship.
I think that's awesome. And you're right here at home. I love that. The Rackley 200 is June 23rd at Nashville Super Speedway. You can get your tickets and take care of the Nashville Super Speedway, but how can they find out information on how to get a good roof?
Oh, well, you just call Rackley Roofing. We have over 200 employees, and our people are very committed. We're humble, we're hungry, we're smart, we're innovative, we're customer focused, and we're accountable. And when you have that 6 core values, it's kind of untouchable.
I love that. What's the website they can get in touch with?
www.rackleyroofing.com.
Trust me, give them a call.
There's a lot to consider when it comes to choosing a Medicare plan. That's where Health Markets Insurance Agency can help. Independent licensed insurance agents who work with Health Markets can answer your questions about the different parts of Medicare, when you can enroll, benefits, costs, and more. Speak to a local licensed insurance agent today to get started on your Medicare journey.
I'm so excited about this new show.
Dino Trek is back again this year. It's bigger than we've ever had it before.
When they're about 5 months old, we'll start seeing them sticking their head out of the pouch, or you might see a foot come out or a tail.
It's like an Airbnb for Joey's. Animals, nature, and fun. That's what we're all about. But during that time, we hope that you also learn something, that you're inspired to want to learn something.
What's new at the zoo with Jim Bar 2.
Catch At the Zoo exclusively on Main Street Media TV. Check our on-screen TV guide for days and times.
Music City will be rocking June 23rd through the 25th with a different sound. The sound of NASCAR. The Ally 400 is back at Nashville Superspeedway, and this year, it's a night race. NASCAR in Nashville. It's guitars and fast cars under the lights. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to get your tickets today for the triple header weekend.
Main Street Awards Best of Dixon County is happening now. Please vote for Redbird Realty. We appreciate your support.
Vote for us Best Insurance in the Main Street Awards Best of Dixon voting. Micah Blount State Farm Insurance. Thank you for your vote.
Talk about beautiful voices. This is a look back at the 2023 Promised Land Music and Arts Festival that happened this past weekend at the Promised Land Historic Site in Charlotte, Tennessee. This was hosted by the Promised Land Heritage Association. All of those that stopped by for this event, they were able to check out some local artists, have great food from local food vendors, as well as seeing phenomenal artists up on stage. It was a wonderful Saturday afternoon there in Charlotte. Well, thanks so much for joining us here for Mornings on Main Street for this Tuesday. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.